brand new insights today into the health of President Donald Trump. The Wall Street Journal reached out to the White House with reporting that said those close to the president say he is showing signs of aging. This led the president to give the Journal an impromptu interview, an interview that was published today. Now, the president told the Wall Street Journal his excessive hand bruising is caused by the amount of aspirin he takes, saying it's more than his doctors recommend. He says he regrets getting advanced imaging because it generated so much scrutiny over his health. He also denies falling asleep during events like this one you see here, saying he's simply, quote, blinking. While at the same time, he admits he's, quote, never been a big sleeper at night. Now, we also learned the president will not be exercising as part of his New Year's resolution. He called it boring. CNN's Elena Treen starts us off today. And Elena, let's step back for a moment. What are some of the specific concerns the Journal outlines that people close to the president have had related to age?
Yeah, so there's a couple of things. One, I mean, the falling asleep, the dozing off. You know, I love that line. It's like I say that when I'm like, can't stay up too late with my friends. Like, I'm just resting my eyes. Yeah. But that's part of it, but a lot of it is the heavy bruising. I mean, there was a great anecdote in this Journal piece about how Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, she was wearing a ring and like accidentally, grazed the president's hand and he started bleeding from it. They've talked about him having thin skin. That's one example. But you see the heavy bruising. I mean, we have great photographers at the White House all the time capturing heavy makeup, bandages on his hand, him trying to shield his hand from the cameras. That's a sign of concern, some officials have said. There's also been swelling in his legs. We know part of that is due to what the White House and the president's doctors have said is his chronic venous insufficiency. Essentially, it's common in older people, but it's when a one-way valve that doesn't circulate as much blood going up the legs to the heart. And then another issue that he has as well is the fact that he doesn't exercise as much. That's why he's almost always golfing on the weekends. But when you're older, wanting to be more active and not sleeping as well is a cause for some concern. But look, what I found so interesting about this too, I love that you mentioned it, that they had all this reporting, the Journal, for the president. He actually does this a lot. If there's a story that he very much wants to weigh in on, even if you had no intention of interviewing him, he will call the reporters. And this is an issue that is so important to him because, I remind you, think of all the time, he still does this on whenever he has events, campaign style events, but throughout the 2024 election, all he did was go after Joe Biden for who he argued was hiding a lot of his medical issues. He called him mentally unfit and other things for office. And he's the president, very defensive when it comes to questions about his health. But that's also led a lot of people, particularly people in the press, but I think the American public too, wondering if he's being fully transparent and sufficiently transparent, really, with the medical information that he provides.